The issues I was looking to address initially had to do with just how to manage some challenging life situations that had come up, and also trying to figure out some positive ways to handle relationships in a number of different areas. I was having conflicts with whether it be family members or sometimes coworkers, and I wanted to improve the relationships, if you will, because I knew that what I was doing wasn't working, my old way wasn't working, so I was open to new ideas. And since the workshop talked about healing intimate and family relationships, I thought that it would be a great way to just try something new. And interestingly, someone who I actually had initially had a conflict with attended the workshop, a family member, and she recommended it to me. And the reason I was willing to consider it was because I saw how she was showing up differently in the relationship. However, I was still stuck where I was. But I did take note of some positive changes I had seen in her. She seemed a lot more willing to open up. In the past, I had experienced that sometimes she would have shutdowns. I also felt like she was more warm and inviting. Sometimes before, it was hard for me to catch up with her, if you can, or to, it seemed like she was being a lot more intentional about connecting. And I was still somewhat resentful of some of the past patterns, that I wasn't willing to move along with her, but I did notice that she was showing up differently. So in hindsight, it's kind of funny, but after doing the program, there's so much more that I see in myself, and I am able to process more what was going on with me at that time. So one of the things was that it had more of a holistic approach. So the mind, body, spirit approach. So because I work in an area where, professional development is encouraged, and in a way, that's what I'm encouraging other people to do, I have had a chance to go to different types of trainings, talk about feedback and making improvements. Sometimes it's like you're getting lectured to versus the circle component, where a number of people meet together to process readings, to address some of the beliefs they may have, was really different. That was something that resonated well with me. It was great to be also in an environment where I could disconnect and really focus on what I came to do in this wonderful, beautiful environment. I was able to focus on myself, but I also got to learn from and hear from others. I also think that it was nice that it wasn't a lecture, it wasn't someone dictating to you, but offering some different options and different ways to look at things. I even got invited to lead a pre-circle session before the larger group meeting one day, which I was really surprised by, because I felt like, I'm still learning. So, I thought maybe I wouldn't have something to contribute, but it kind of speaks to the program that even as you're learning, everyone has a contribution to make. Everyone is seen as having value to bring to the program, and it's only enhanced as much as you're willing to participate in it. I don't think of the staff as staff. I think of them as family, because they really are engaged in multiple aspects of the program. In addition to doing some of the operational things, they will join Circle with us as they're able, and actually talk about some of the things that they're working through. So in a way that creates a certain level of intimacy and really builds a connection from the start. In addition to that, being here, it's a beautiful setting. We get to daily have different types of activities that focus on some of those different areas I mentioned. So, in terms of the mind, we have meditation. Body, we have things like yoga. We go on walks. I also was able to go to a hot springs, which was really fun, and the beach. I love the beach, and it was so beautiful. In addition to doing the work, which it is hard work, there's also a lot of fun, and it's also great company. So even there are times when, being that we were doing so many different things during the day, I would say to myself, oh, I don't know if I want to do this next thing. But then I also didn't want to miss out. And something like, going on a hike and then getting to see the beautiful scenery, I initially didn't see the connection between the work that I was doing, but there's something about it that helps you clear your mind. It kind of helps melt away some of those thoughts and helps me revisit and kind of reprocess some of those earlier conversations. I see how it all works together. Also, there's just such great food here. For me, it wasn't the selling point, but then it also became part of the healing that I experienced. I do like sugar, and at first I thought that I was gonna, like, something was gonna happen to me, but something negative. Like, I thought, oh, I might have, headaches, or but actually the opposite happened. So I could see how, as the days went by, even the walks and the hikes, I think I was getting, better at it. And I think it was because I got a combination of rest, good food, good interactions, and then that balance between doing the program and also having some fun and leisure at the same time. For me, that helped relieve a lot of pressure, knowing that I can come as I was. I thought that there would be some judgment around that, but I was really happy to know that I was met where I was, and I was very transparent about where I was, and I feel like because of that, I got more out of it. I just want to give an encouragement that it's just one step, and you can come the way you are. It's so simple that sometimes it seems hard, but the simplicity of it, I think, will make it really easy in a way to integrate, because it's memorable and it's something that I can absorb and apply. I would encourage folks to just come as you are and be willing to take a chance. Even if there's a few things you take away this time, the wonderful thing is that there are opportunities to continue doing this work as a lifelong commitment. I just want to thank everybody from Choose Again for allowing me to be here, for treating me like family, and for all the wonderful hats and roles that they play to make this place truly magical.